Hello guys and welcome to a new video. My name is Manuel and for those who don't know me, I am a biology student who will then become a nutritionist. So in this video I'm going to talk about why doing martial arts will actually slow down your progress in the gym and particularly in building muscle, okay? So I will talk about my experience and then I will give you some advices and reasons why will happen so, most likely. So until around September of 2023, I was basically doing just weights. So I was doing mainly a bodybuilding type of training. Sometimes I would do some strength, so lower reps. Other times I used to also try some high reps. But the basics and the structure of my training was bodybuilding. So I was focused on hypertrophy and on building bigger muscles, okay? What happened is that I started to see some noticeable gains. In fact, I was putting on some kilograms, but it was muscle. And when I lost weight last summer, I noticed that I actually built a good amount of muscle. This happened because, of course, I was training a lot. I was focusing a lot of building muscle. And when I got to a lower percentage of body fat, I saw my gains even more. But what happened is this. When I started doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, I started having lots of pains on my arms, on my back, and this slowed, of course, my progress in the gym. Another problem is also still today that I have to do a lot of BJJ competitions, and as a consequence of this, what happens is that I have sometimes to stop the training like days before, or also slow down the training, because if you have a competition, it's better that the days before the competition, so around 5 days or 1 week before the competition, you stop the weights so that you are fully recovered for the competition, okay? So if you sum everything together, what happens is that between pains and muscle soreness and all these problems, building muscle becomes a lot tougher. That is why mainly this year I slowed down my progress. Of course, I more or less kept my muscle mass, but if I kept training bodybuilding, of course, I would have become bigger. I would have got stronger and all this stuff. But there is still a way to train and make noticeable and impressive gains. What I'm doing lately is focusing mainly on compound movements, weighted pull-ups, bench press, shoulder press, deadlift, all this kind of stuff. Maybe even some dips, if you can throw inside. I'm not doing dips at the moment, but I will probably do so in the future because I don't have parallels in my gym. What I want to say in this video is that if you start training martial arts, what you will see is that your gym progress will maybe slow down a bit, because if you come from the background I came from, so from a bodybuilding background, what happens is that you will see that your gains will not be as big as they used to, okay? So you will probably put on muscle as well, but not at the same pace you used to. And I think that is okay, because I was obsessed once with building lots of muscle. But when you fight, guys, muscle, I think strength is extremely important, but there is actually no need to be super huge. If your goal is bodybuilding, of course, I'm telling you to just do bodybuilding. But me, myself, that I want to become super strong and big, so having lots of muscle mass, I'm seeing that I would prefer still training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and being very good at the sport, while also building muscle, maybe not the same amount of muscle that I would have built if I only focused on bodybuilding, but still building muscle. Because if you train with pull-ups, dips, deadlift, squat, and all this stuff, you will see that you will build an amazing physique. So my advice to you is this: focus mainly on compound movements, do also the cardio in general speaking for your conditioning on the mats if you do jiu-jitsu or if you do other sports, martial arts sports. But if you do Brazilian jiu-jitsu, focus also on the cardio for the conditioning on the mats, but also try to train around 3 to 4 times a week. Even 2 is fine if you really push yourself, but I would prefer 3 or 4 in order to maximize your gains. And if you keep this routine that you mainly focus on compound movements, your recovery is good, you have a good routine, you sleep well, and you keep track of your nutrition, you will see that you will still have amazing results. But you will see that when you start combat sports, there will be a slight trend downwards. Okay, this is completely normal. Maybe at the beginning is normal, maybe after a while, if you can balance the sport with bodybuilding or generally with building muscle, there will be a smaller difference. But of course, if your goal is just bodybuilding, just focus on bodybuilding. But if you want to be a very good martial artist and still have an amazing physique, you can do this, but it takes a bit more time. Okay, so just be patient and focus on building muscle while also having a structured routine and training. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.